What's up everyone, Evan here with eXp Realty. Welcome back to the Go for Poco channel. Today we're in for a very delightful adventure as we embark on a day trip to the stunning Boyce Thompson Arboretum, tucked away in Superior, Arizona. If you're a nature lover or just looking for a peaceful escape from the craziness of daily life, you are in for a treat. From the various animal species to gorgeous array of plant life, this place has it all. Join me as we explore this botanical wonderland that is the Boyce Thompson Arboretum. Our journey begins as we arrive at this beautiful little hidden gem about an hour's drive east of Phoenix and about 15-20 minutes west of Superior. And as you can see, it is a beautiful desert drive. Upon arrival, you'll find ample parking and a friendly staff to guide you around, but please note, be sure to grab a map or bring someone who has been there before because you will definitely get lost on this giant, almost 400-acre garden. It's 392 acres to be exact. And upon the entrance, you are greeted with this enormous area that is storing all these cactuses and succulents and the gift shop right there on the left. When you start on the main trail, you are introduced with this gorgeous view of Picket Post Mountain, and as you can see, it is just breathtaking. You'll immediately see all of the varieties of succulents and aloe vera and other cactuses along the side of the trail, and it introduces you into the hummingbird garden. It's a little slice of paradise for hummingbird enthusiasts and plant lovers alike.
Look at this hummingbird. They're everywhere.
This is the Smith Building greenhouse, which was completed on August 11th, 1926. It housed the Arboretum's first visitor center, administrative offices, and greenhouses. And it was named the William T. Smith Building after 1979 after the longtime chair of the board and CEO who served from 1963 to 1986. And for several years, the greenhouses featured cacti on one side and succulents on the other, most of which were rare and frost sensitive. In today's greenhouses, you'll see succulents native to Eastern Hemisphere in the East House and those native to the Western Hemisphere in the West House, pretty fitting. And many of these species are unusual or rare and sensitive to frost. And as you can see, a lot of these look like they're from alien planets. A majority of them look like they belonged underwater. You just see nothing but fascinating plant life in there. Of the Arboretum's almost 4,000 plant species that they have on the grounds, 9.8% of those are of conservation concern, meaning that they are endangered or threatened with extinction. I don't know if you're as fascinated by this as I am, but I had never seen a frankincense plant in real life, so I was kind of blown away by this. Now, it's definitely fair to say that the Arboretum comes with its fair share of interesting wildlife. When we walked into this greenhouse, we were greeted by this giant spider, which is a western spotted orb weaver, which are yet rare but very common to the state of Arizona. And then there's this little guy. I'm not really too sure what exact species. He's a spotted whiptail of some type, but he found a nice little spot in the sun and decided to nestle down and get comfortable. How cute is that? If you happen to know exactly what kind of lizard this is, please let me know in the comments. And this pretty fella, the greater earless lizard. And what kind of trip would it be if you didn't see Arizona's signature bird, the beautiful red cardinal? Now, I've seen cardinals plenty of times before, but they've only been females as they're all brown. This is the first male I've seen, as males are the only ones that are actually red. We also came across this huge, beautiful swallowtail butterfly. Now let's travel across continents to the Australian Deserts exhibit, a captivating display of plants from down under. And now you've gotten a glimpse into my dope-ass accent skills. And here in this structure, we have an exhibit showcasing some weapons, tools, and other historic memorabilia common to the Australian culture. You'll be amazed by the variety of eucalyptus, banksias, and other Australian species thriving in this part of the Arboretum. And just down the path, you'll find this cool little place known as the Drover's Wool Shed. Here you'll get a tiny glimpse in historic Aussie life with an audible story to go along with it.
Powerful spirit ancestors shaped and sang the earth.
In the Australian gardens, you'll also find a large family of these big red gum or long break eucalyptus trees, and as you can tell, they are enormous. Now, one of the largest trees in the entire collection is appropriately named Mr. Big. He was just 3 years old and a 6-foot sapling when he arrived in 1926, and today stands an enormous 170 feet tall, with a circumference of more than 22 feet. And according to the Arizona Forestry and Fire Management Agency, it is the largest known tree of its species in the entire country. And as we continued down the path, about another, half a mile or so, you'll finally come to this beautiful area that is the Wing Memorial Herb Garden. And in it you'll find the historic Clevenger House. This beautifully crafted stone and mortar home was once that of Robert Clevenger family in the early 1900s. Built literally in the Queen Creek Canyon, the northern wall of the home is the canyon itself. The majestic Picket Post Mountain watching over from the south, and the ghost town of Pinal once stood less than 1 mile to the east. There are only 3 small rooms. The only furnishing that remains is an old fireplace in the common area along the south wall with a couple of old matates placed on top, which seem out of place, but perhaps they belong to the Apache that once occupied this same building before the Clevengers. A little bit further down the path, you'll find the historic pump house that was built in 1925 to draw water from the Queen Creek Canyon over a steep ridge lying between it and a reservoir, creating what is now Eyre Lake, which sits just east of the Arboretum. Now, we progressed our way down this really long path that eventually led us to an area that was closed, so we just had to turn around and go back. As our day trip to Boyce Thompson Arboretum comes to an end, I hope you've enjoyed this journey through this remarkable desert oasis. Remember, this place isn't just a garden, it's a living museum of desert plants from around the world as well as wildlife. So whether you're a plant enthusiast or simply seeking a serene landscape, make sure to put Boyce Thompson Arboretum on the top of your must-visit places in Arizona. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more travel adventures, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on all things Go for Poco. So thank you so much for joining me today on this beautiful tour of the Boyce Thompson Arboretum in Superior, Arizona. And until next time, Go for Poco.